So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video, on camera edition, back again on your screen. Y'all already know what to do. Okay, do I gotta tell y'all what to do? No, y'all already know what to do. Let's get in line, let's get to that intro. Cue that theme song. Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Say Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Say Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats. Say Chioma Chats. Chioma Chats, hey, grab a snack and bring it back, hey, it's Chioma Chats, it's Chioma Chats, hey. So y'all, this is another on-camera video. Hope you guys are really loving me being on screen. Before we get started, in my last video, a lot of y'all asked about my hair. Y'all said y'all love this style. It's been a while since I've done the middle part. Yeah, I was doing a side part for like a year straight on this side, so I had to give that a break. But I did my hair myself, so yeah, I'm not a stylist or anything like that. I'm not a professional, but I decided to just randomly give myself a sew-in. I woke up and I'm like, I think I'm gonna give myself a sew-in. I haven't had a sew-in since maybe sometime in college, like the beginning of college, because after that it became sewing down wigs, making wigs. But this hair is just beauty supply store pack hair. It is called Blaze. No, this is not sponsored or anything, just wanted to let y'all know since some of y'all asked me. I do have some like highlights in the back. I don't even know if y'all could see for real, but I do have some color in the back because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. I wish I would have put it more in the front, but that's just my hair details. So today we're going to be talking about the hairstylist who went viral on Facebook for basically saying that people need to stop coming in her chair with un-detangled, un-blowdried 4C hair. We know what she's talking about. We've had so many instances where stylists or beauty professionals, or I can't really call all of these people professionals because a lot of times y'all don't be having a license. Literally, the stylist that I just talked about did not have a license, but we've heard of so many stories with stylists telling clients to come a certain way when they come to their chair. And it's usually some type of underhanded statement against type 4 hair and 4C hair in particular. Now, I will say this. I'm someone who, I just told y'all that I sewed in hair. This is a straight, I think this was a yaki straight texture, and I sewed it in myself. I did my hair myself. I do go to stylists sometimes, but if I have to take matters into my own hands, I will, because I've gotten to the point where I think all of us have had way too many bad experiences with certain stylists where we've had to literally DIY and do our hair ourselves. Now, if you found a good stylist that's for you, that's great, and you're honestly kind of lucky because it is kind of difficult these days to just find that one good stylist that takes care of your natural hair, or if you want to do sew-ins or wigs or ponytails, they can also do that. It's honestly a diamond in the rough these days, and not that they're not talented, but a lot of them are just unprofessional, or for some reason they don't do a full service. We talk about literally having to wash our own hair before we come, blow dry our own hair before we come, detangle our own hair before we come. So it's like, where's my discount at? Like, can I get some money off the service for doing damn near half the job, right? So I get that frustration. This stylist in particular is really going viral because she is not reading the room, and also it just reiterates that frustration that a lot of stylists don't want to work with type 4 hair, 4C hair in particular. I just feel like in this day and age of 2025, to still be texturist, especially as a hair professional, is just absurd. So I wanted to talk about this. I've broken this video down into 3 main talking points. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So y'all, you want to know what actually really pisses me off about this potential TikTok ban that's still looming over our heads? We keep hearing it's all about protecting our data, but let me tell y'all something, honestly. You or I could literally go onto any data broker's website right now and buy someone's personal information for just a few bucks. And it's completely legal, like literally legal. Meanwhile, big companies with terrible security are getting hacked left and right. And guess what? Your personal info, like your name, your email, your address, even your financial details, ends up on the dark web for scammers to use. And no one is holding these companies accountable. So if the government really cared about our privacy, why aren't they cracking down on this? That's why I use Aura, which is today's sponsor. Aura does all the hard work for you. They track down the data brokers selling your information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Give them a few weeks and you'll stop seeing your info pop up when you Google yourself. They also monitor the dark web 24/7 and alert you immediately if your data has been exposed. And if someone tries to use your stolen info to access your bank or credit accounts, Aura lets you know fast. On top of that, they give you up to $5 million in identity theft insurance just in case. And their app even has a built-in VPN with 100+ virtual locations. Does your current VPN do all of that? Try Aura for free for 14 days using my link, which is aura.com/Queen Chioma. That's me. That is plenty of time for Aura to check out if your data has been compromised. Click the link in my description box and in the comments to find out how exposed you really are. Thank you for Aura for sponsoring today's video. So first up, I'm gonna read the post on what she said, why it went viral, and then I'm also going to talk about some of the things that people said in the comment section. So pulling it up on Instagram, this is from the Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to you guys. They basically said, child, what's your thoughts on this, neighbors? Hairstylist under fire for saying 4C hair that's un-blow-dried, quote, gives her anxiety. She also says, quote, stop coming like this, inconsiderate of my time. So the stylist says this right here, ... Stop coming like this. I got anxiety. I can't handle it for real. Then y'all don't even warn me before y'all appointment. Inconsiderate of my time, other clients, etc. And then she adds the annoyed face emoji. And as you can see from the client's hair, the client has obvious 4C hair. The client is natural. It seems very interesting to me that this is even causing her anxiety, because clearly when she blow dried it on the sections that she made, it was stretched to a point that's probably manageable for her. So I think this is very, very crazy that, again, in 2025, people are still texturous, especially hairstylists. But it doesn't shock me because I feel like the media and the ideas of beauty that we see, especially as Black women in this like post-2020 era, post-pandemic era, made a lot of people insecure. I've been seeing a lot of videos and a lot of think pieces about how like the wigs and the weaves and the ponytails and just the way how we're able to have so many different hairstyles nowadays so quickly versus before when we were younger, when you would get braids and those are your braids for 2-3 months, or you would get a sew-in and that was your sew-in for 2-3 months. Now there's girls who switch their hair up literally every week, every 2 weeks. A lot of these icons in the Black beauty space, the urban beauty space, we see them with a red wig, then we see them with a high ponytail, then we see them with tape-ins, then we see them with natural hair, then we see them with all these different things. And the Instagram hairstylist is a very viral thing these days. I love what they're doing. You know, I love Black creativity. I'm a girly girl. I'm in the hair space. I'm in the makeup space. Y'all know that. However, I do think it has taken a toll on how people view their Black beauty for sure. And we have a generation of young women who don't like to go outside without their hair being so-called done. And I think in one of my last videos, I said something like, you know, oh, I only want to get on camera when I actually am done up. And someone pointed me out and said, well, Chioma, what do you mean by done up? Because you're basically saying in order for you to get on camera, maybe the makeup is cool, but you have to have your hair done. You have to have a wig or a sew-in or something that's not your natural hair. And I sat back and I thought about the comment and I was just like, honestly, you're right. Like, I don't have to have my hair so-called done to be considered done or to be considered appropriate to get on camera. And I think myself and others really have to rework that mindset, because it does make it seem like you don't like how you are existing naturally, even if you do like it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword where we're expressing our beauty in many different ways, as we should be. We should be allowed to wear wigs and extensions and colors and this, that, and the third, but we don't balance out the natural hair images within ourselves. And it does bring up the question, are we insecure about it? Do we not like it? Does it make us anxious? And I sat down with myself and I've talked about it to myself and I'm like, no, I feel like even this last year, I did have like a 2 or 3 month period where I just wore my natural hair. And it gave me time to experiment with my hair. I had never gotten a silk press before. I got a silk press, but then when it went back natural, I was like happy still. I was still outside. I was still going to the gym. I still loved myself. And I think we need to do a better job with how we see ourselves naturally and also with artificial beauty as well. And I think it would kind of alleviate some of this negativity that gets put on Black beauty, especially Black hair. So in the comments, people were saying basically the same thing, dragging the hairstylist. And I feel like the hairstylist definitely deserved to get called out. Like, how do you call yourself a stylist? And it looks like she was getting ready to braid this woman's hair. And when we think about braids, whether it's box braids, knotless braids, Senegalese twists, all of these are considered African styles. A lot of people say you go to the Africans, right, to get your hair done. I'm Nigerian. I grew up in the African hair salon all the time. And I never had to worry about blow drying my hair. I never had to worry about making sure my hair was manageable. The aunties came, I sat down, they did my hair. Whether it was pinning me and giving me headache, still they were able to do my hair. It was never a, it's too soft or it's too coarse. But I feel like a lot of times in recent times where people are more fixated on wigs or more silkier looks of styles, some of these natural Black styles are not as popular as they once were. And now it makes so-called stylists anxious or adding extra fees or complaining about the extra hardship that it takes to get your hair to a point where it's manageable for them. Not saying your hair is unmanageable, but for these unprofessional stylists who really aren't stylists, this is what they bring to the table. So reading the comments, someone said, if this gives you anxiety, you have no business being a hairstylist. And I think that's point blank period. Like, if you cannot handle different types of hair, number one, you can't be licensed. Number two, you're probably not a professional. Number three, you shouldn't be a hairstylist. Try a different profession. You could try cookie making. I love me some cookies. Someone else said, I don't know, this just feels anti-black. And it does. I feel like if you're gonna down talk 4C hair, and it's not like she put the hair texture down itself, but we know what you're trying to say. This is anti-black to say, don't come in my chair if your hair is un-blow-dried and un-detangled. How about you be a stylist and you do it for me? Isn't that what I'm paying you for? Like, this is what kills me. I hate come wash and blow dry stylists. Where do you get off not washing and cleaning your client's head before you do her hair in any style? Is that not protocol in beauty school? Do they not tell you to start with a freshly washed, cleansed, shampooed, and conditioned hair to do any style? I'm pretty sure they do, and I've never been to beauty school. Now, I've also been thinking, you know, I don't necessarily have a lot of free time. Like, I'm always doing this, but like, I did want to go to beauty school when I was in high school, but like, you know, growing up African, they're going to tell you like, that's not practical. But I'm like, dang, should I go to beauty school? Cause I would love to do it. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult, but like, should I? I don't know. I thought about it. So someone else said, you get anxiety because y'all new age stylists can't do hair. And I think that's a good point. Like, in between this generation that we're in now and maybe the generation of before, let's say 2000 and I don't even know, like, when did this start? Can y'all give like a range of when y'all think this started? I have to give it up to maybe like the social media era. And I think social media really took off when like Snapchat became a thing. So I would say from 2015 up till now, I'll consider that maybe new age stylist. And it might be a little bit later than that because the whole like wigs and like, you know, really doing lace and just lace products really became bigger maybe around 2017, 18. But I was someone who's always been doing hair and doing my own hair. Now, I've also started off as a beauty influencer here on YouTube. If you didn't know, that's where I started. If you go back to all the old videos, and I don't promote hair anymore. I mean, honestly, I don't get the opportunities to do so. I get different opportunities for sponsorships. But when I did, I was, you know, a part of that community of getting these different types of hair extensions and seeing what was popular. So I've seen bundles and closures come and go. I've seen headband wigs come and go. I've seen lace fronts come and go. I've seen half wigs, T-part wigs, all these different things that they're coming up with. I've been a part of every single trend that has come and gone with like, you know, the urban beauty space. And to be honest, we are very lace heavy right now. I do see a lot of people going back to sew-ins, even myself. I was like, why not sew in my hair? I don't have to worry about it sliding off. I don't have to worry about it combs in my head. I don't have to worry about if I brush it too hard, it might pull my lace. At this point, everything is sewed in and I'm like kind of happy about it because I haven't had to really like worry about my hair in like almost a month now. So I see sew-ins are coming back, but a lot of these new age stylists are very lace heavy. And I think that's part of the problem here. Someone else said, sounds like you should be doing something else to make money, which I agree, because if this is an issue for you, this is not the industry for you. And then someone said, then stop doing hair, and for you to post this behind someone's back who's trusting you with their hair is absolutely ridiculous. I wouldn't feel bad if people stop coming to you because you can't handle a blow dry. Did you even go to cosmetology school? Like, y'all hairstylists who do or say stuff like this will affect your own clientele, because now instead of getting shares, okay, I think it kind of cut off, but basically she said instead of getting shares and promotion, you're getting backlash, which is true. I definitely think this is very unprofessional, especially she posted this without her client even knowing. So it's like, what are you trying to say about me while you're actually putting your hands in my head? And I don't think people honestly realize like how spiritual hair is, like how much your hair and your crown and like people working in your head can get down to very spiritual things. Not going to touch too deeply in that, but you have to have someone with good energy surrounding your head. That's why the stylist that I talked about from DC who dragged her client, like I don't want that energy around me. I haven't had like my own set stylist because like I live at home with my parents, but then like all of my beauty professionals were where I was at in college, which is hours away. So I'll drive up to get my hair done by the same person, but it's like every now and then when I feel like getting my hair done. I definitely feel like this was very unprofessional and the stylist definitely deserves to be called out. Now the stylist did have something to say back. Let's get into this. So it says, her response to the backlash: stop projecting. I didn't ask to be born mixed, light skin, or silkier hair texture. This is crazy. I didn't even read this, y'all. This is a live performance from me. So the stylist says, was it rude because of the capital letters? Loud, yes. Rude, no. Please be for real. And I didn't make the post while mad this client. I cannot read this. And I didn't make the post while mad. This client literally came 2 to 3 days before I made the post. I wasn't even gonna post until I had a following client do the same thing. Prep y'all hair or add it on simple. Never said I can't work with 4C. If I couldn't, would I been able to blow out as I did? Why don't y'all ever add punctuation? I just can't. Ooh, these people be so unprofessional. Ugh. And uneducated. Oh, okay, she says. Oh, okay, can you please add a comma? Like, come on. She says, stop projecting. Y'all have been doing that since forever. Let it go. I didn't ask to be born mixed, light skin, or a silkier hair texture, and still my hair is thick and needs to be prepped as well. Get over it. Then she says, I'm done with this topic after this. I never once said I can't do black people hair at all. The original post never got edited or anything. What I refuse to do is sit here and explain myself to people who don't read in the first place, which is why the post was made. My client was aware. Y'all weren't at her appointment, so don't tell me what I should and shouldn't have did. Even a white person still needs to come with her hair blown out. Girl, we gonna get to that. Y'all would really be bad if I did her hair without blow drying and chunks were being... Jesus Christ, I cannot read this. Y'all would really be mad if I did her hair without blow drying and chunks were being combed out because it wasn't prepped. Y'all sound dumb, but I've been getting trolled since a toddler. I promise I don't care. Taking it to the chin just like every other content creator. Y'all don't make my dollars, I do next. Oh, and it never gave child mentality. Age ain't got none to do with none. And y'all can say whatever y'all want. My clients know the deal. This is my 5th year in the game. Oh, baby, you a new age stylist. Talk about some 5 years in the game. Like, what, you a super senior in college, girl? Like, girl, bye. You have not graduated. I don't know who this lady is. She says that she's mixed light skin with silkier hair texture. And to me, that gives exactly texture is. The reason why the direction and the tone of your comment is saying loudly, don't come like this, is because judging by your own hair, you're used to a certain type of hair. And let's just be honest about it. I don't know why we can't just be honest about it. Now, there was one thing that she said that I didn't like. She said, even a white person still needs to come with their hair blown out. Girl, you are the stylist. Why aren't you blowing out the hair? Where did this come wash and blow dry stuff come from? Can somebody find the origin? Because I think once people start realizing like, hey, if somebody comes wash and blow dried, it's less for me to do. And then I can just pay a braider to do this quick braid down. And then I can have all these girls sitting here and I can just hurry up and slap this wig on. I can get like maybe 4, 5, 6 heads done in a day. And I'm charging them 150, 200, 250, maybe even 300, break the braider off a little bit. And I'm running up more than $1,000 a day. I think that's where it's coming from. People want to do hair fast and they want their time to be less and their money to be more. And that gives you the unprofessional Instagram or social media stylist like we see here. No, she didn't say that she couldn't do 4C hair, and no, she didn't directly talk down. But the thing is, why are you telling people to come with half of their hair done when you're the stylist? How many times do we have to ask this question? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's only unprofessional stylists that's gonna ask you to come wash and blow dry. I don't even deal with that. I sometimes come wash and blow dry because I just like doing my own hair and prepping it, because if you're tender-headed, maybe you want to do it yourself. And I'm not even tender-headed, but sometimes if I know like, hey, I'm booking this appointment, but I don't have that much time because again, I travel 2 hours to get my hair done, I cut it out myself. But a stylist that I go to has never once told me that I need to come. Actually, yes, they have. What am I talking about? Back in the day, back in like maybe like college, like kind of after college, so maybe like 2020, 2021 time, I was going to stylists that were saying like, make sure you come wash and blow dry. Girl, get in cosmetology school, go get a license, learn how to wash and shampoo and clarify hair, and then come talk to me, because this is unprofessional. Now, moving on to my second point, I do want to talk about the disrespect for 4C hair, because I see it and it's rampant. Not only does it come from certain oppressors, like, you know, in professional settings where for some reason non-colored, or shall I say palm colored people feel as though, you know, your hair has to look a certain way. You're not supposed to have, you know, just your natural afro. For some reason, it's deemed unprofessional. And I remember in California, they passed the Crown Act that was supposed to, you know, stop the bias and stop the prejudice against hairstyles during like professional hiring events. Now, I think I heard that somewhere down the line, they were trying to reverse it. But as far as I know, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, the act is still an act. The stylist frustration to me is not understandable, because at the end of the day, ma'am, you're the stylist and you're supposed to be a professional, and any type of hair texture can come sit in your chair, and there should never be any verbiage, whether it be personally to a client or even on social media, that kind of demeans this person's hair in any way, shape, or form. Whether it's the texture, the length, the color, state of the hair, the health of the hair, you're supposed to be the professional. You're supposed to be dressing the hair. I feel like there's a difference between a hairstylist and a hairdresser. If you understand, if you know, you know. I do feel like there is a double standard with 4C hair in the salon. I feel like people with 4C hair are are expected to come with it blow dried and detangled and kind of like already stretched and prepped. But in my opinion, I feel like women with looser hair textures don't face that same type of scrutiny from what I've seen. Like they'll wash and detangle like hair that's just maybe like type 3 or somewhere along those lines without any type of pushback. But for some reason, if you have 4C hair, now it's, oh, well, you know, I'm breaking my back and I gotta crack my hands and my fingers. Let me crack. Y'all hear that? They be cracking their fingers just to do our hair. But I don't like these types of stylists that make 4C hair just come off unmanageable. I've said this before and I've gotten backlash for this, but I do feel that, yes, 4C hair can be difficult because it's just different, you know? It can be drier than most textures. It has a little bit more breakage at times. It's a little bit more coarse. So, you know, it doesn't just run through a comb. So there is a level of difficulty, or shall I just say maybe it's a little bit more challenging, but it's not impossible. And that does not directly correlate to our hair being negative in any way or shape or form. I feel like posts like this makes people with 4C hair feel very anxious. I feel like I've gone into a salon, maybe I tried a new stylist and I'm like, oh, I have 4C hair. Like I wonder how they're going to like be able to do my hair. And the girl that did my flip over quick weave that I had like a few months ago, she was really, really good. And I'll insert the style. And I told y'all I was going to give y'all details. I promise y'all I will. I just forgot. But she was really, really good because literally she asked me if I washed my hair before I came and I said I did. And she said, well, I'm just going to rewash it. And I had literally just washed my hair that morning. She said, I'm just going to wash it because I wash every client's hair. And she was so good with my hair. She took her time. She detangled it. I have like a mix between 4B and 4C. People say I'm 4B. I'll insert a clip of my hair when it's wet and y'all can let me know like what hair texture you think I have. I don't think I'm 4A, maybe in some little spots, but I think I'm a true 4B at this point. So yeah, I think it gives people anxiety to come into a salon and not knowing if your stylist can accept your hair as is, or if they're going to create this big ordeal about your hair being natural. Now, my last point is how stylists should approach this in the future. I think instead of shaming clients, a lot of stylists need to communicate and educate. Let me know what products to use on my hair to make it more manageable, softer, or whatever, or just allow me to find a process. You can give me tips. You're the professional on how to manage my hair. I didn't really learn how to take care of my 4C hair, and a lot of us didn't. Like, honestly, growing up, my hair was definitely very 4C. I don't know how it became 4B eventually, but it did. But growing up, I was getting relaxers until maybe about somewhere in high school. Then I stopped. I was completely natural and I never learned how to take care of my hair. It was just really through trial and error. YouTube was my best friend. That's the way how I learned how to do my hair when it came to sew-ins, when it came to natural, when it came to wigs, weaves, and everything in between. YouTube was like literally my Achilles heel. A lot of us weren't taught how to take care of our hair. So for those of y'all who are professionals, if you're going to school for this or you're just doing trial and error yourself during your research process, you should have the answers. Like you have the answers, so why not teach and communicate and educate so that your client can feel comfortable with their hair? Because a lot of these Black beauty professionals, you guys are a very staple piece in the Black community. If detangling is extra work, I guess you can charge for it, but I feel like you shouldn't, because at the end of the day, this is the hair texture that God gave me. There's nothing I can do about it. So honestly, figure out how to work with it. I just feel like stylists should not be making clients feel like their natural hair is a problem. Getting your hair done is like, you know, an essence of beauty. It's a way to come and sit down, decompress, relax. Like when I look at pictures or videos or movies from the 90s and 2000s, it seems like going to get your hair done was like that time where you sit down, you relax, and you just bask in your femininity. But now it does cause a lot of stress and anxiety for a lot of people. More stylists should just offer education on how to take care of type 4 hair, specifically 4C hair, rather than reinforcing this idea that it's too much. And I think as a community, a lot of these stylists need to be more professional and do way better at that. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know. Please be sure to check out our sponsor, Aura. If you don't want your personal business and all of your details, your bank, your name, your address, everything online, you can definitely check out Aura for free for a 14-day trial just to see what's out there. You guys can use my link, which is aura.com/Queen Chioma. The link is down below and on your screen. And as always, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.
All hail the queen, QC, yeah, she is risen. Presents is a gift, so I come with the ribbon. Internet told me stop rapping, I ain't listen to him. No, I really got more bars in the prison system, right? Yeah, one beat, step into the kitchen. Murder flows, you can suspect, I am not the victim. Beat queen, D's on that bitch like we with the Pistons. Red cherry, red bottoms, I know how to pick 'em. Always got a secret plan, I don't do the fighting. Shorty is a secret fan, yeah, she ghost riding. Brown skin beauty with a booty, showtime. Go off on a tangent, I don't need a cosign. 12 baddies limited, I keep about a dozen. Hot girl straight up out the microwave oven. Gotta bring a chicken man before you get the stuffing. In this beat going crazy, snapping on percussion. Chioma at the #1 prospect. Beat from Lakia when she slid on Cosmic. Told him, come here, boo, I'm tryna make your jaw stick. I got no pics, but I wanna see your pockets. Big glossy lips, dry them out like a faucet. Big chicken knees, so I put them in a cockpit. Cooking in the studio, call me Betty Crockett. Gingerbread, baby, running fast like Sonic. It's commendable, was a ceremony, but now it's a festival. New money now, so you gotta move a decimal. Presidential suite, and it's looking all congressional. I'm so delectable, pull your queen card, cause mine is a collectible. Better mind your business and stay off my genitals. Probably make them high, cause my body's like an edible. Wait, let me stop, cause I'm trying to be professional. Damn. I know that's what y'all said when you heard that verse. Y'all was like, damn.